Marlon, what's the topics for today, bro? What's the first one? You got a bunch.
The first one.
How many do you have?
Like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just ran through just a couple suggestions.
Okay,
but the one I like,
all right,
and I suggest all young men do it that are dating, is set up a tab or like a budget for a woman that you're courting. And if you don't get the draws, cut it off. So depending on your how much you make, you may be going on a date with a young lady for about 3 dates, and it probably equal up to $200. That should be your cutoff point if you don't get no ass.
That one particular date?
No, well, if you dumb enough to spend $200 on that one date and you don't get nothing.
So let me ask. You said set up a tab. So
yeah,
when you say set up a tab, like what's the period? The dating period for that tab.
It's no period. It's no period.
How do you set up a tab without knowing how much you need?
All right, let's say I go out with a young lady and we go to Red Lobster. The bill comes to $50. Obviously, actually, no, bill comes to $50. So $50. So now you got what?
Not happening.
$150 to work with.
So I get what you're saying. So my thing is, I think you should have a budget period when you're dating. I just don't know why guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Going
per date.
No.
He said 200
total.
For the whole period of y'all dating? Like, how many dates is that worth, though?
He said until you get the ass.
Because if you don't get the ass and you're just spending money like that, she playing you.
But how many dates is that worth?
I mean, it could be 5 or it could be
you budgeted.
It's on you.
Yeah.
So, okay, you have a $200 budget. How much are you spending on one date?
He said Red Lobster $50. So
you can go to Chili's.
Go to Chili's, something like that. He said
so essentially, let's say $50 per date.
Yeah.
So you got about what 4 dates?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
So 4 days.
Although that's unrealistic at Red Lobster, you're not spending $50. You spend more than $50.
Yeah, I just throwing it out there.
Not for nothing. Not to say that you have to, but it's kind of hard to just spend.
I think
you can spend $50 on yourself.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, with drinks and stuff like that. but
the prices at Red Lobster.
I'm gonna go deeper. I like how you saying that, but I think you should have a budget dating period, even when you're married too. Just because it has to be some kind of thing. So that way you don't feel like you're being taken advantage of.
When you
married, everybody should have accountability. That's the thing I'm trying to. Just because you married, accountability don't get out the door. That's the only thing you do. That's why you giving up budget. You put accountability on that. You putting accountability for your time and your effort, and you want something in return.
But you married, so
so
you done.
When it come to marriage, now are you talking about anytime you're actually going on a date? A budget?
A budget, or I'm saying when you go out, like if you married, even when you married, let's just say for instance, I hear these stories about guys being married and they don't get sex.
What? Nah.
They don't get sex. Nah. Like it be weeks, months. No. Sometimes you come on. We all have seen the stories and all that.
That's a divorce. For real. Like, how you gonna get married and don't get no sex? You might as well be single.
Life get in the way sometimes.
You might as well be single.
Life get in the way sometimes. No, it's not like you got kids,
He's
all
right.
that kind of stuff. Life gets in the way. Like, sometimes just shit happens.
Life does get in the way.
Do you get head?
Literal life.
Do you get head?
Bro, like I said, life get in the way.
Nah, that's laziness right there. That's laziness.
I'm not speaking from my perspective. I'm saying, like in the general, I've heard these stories about men going through life, and I mean, like they only get head on their birthday or something like that. Like special holidays and stuff. That's
once a year.
All that kind of deal.
They getting played.
But like I said, it should be some kind of accountability for everything.
Yeah.
And I say the same thing for women. Hold their men accountable. If you sitting out here giving ass up and everything else, and then your dude ain't buying you enough for your birthday, he ain't taking you nowhere, then you like, hey, I
agree.
So
it goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. But I just don't understand how guys go out here and don't put boundaries on their dates in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm not for just drop $500-$600 on the first date, even if I got it.
I think guys should be like, listen, I like kicking it with you and everything, but after 4 dates, I ain't getting no ass. We ain't do nothing.
What's your intentions with me?
What's your intentions?
No, okay. Men want a woman for sex. That's it. We want sex plus.
That's it?
That's it.
No, I said sex plus.
I could have sworn you said that's
it. Okay, I was finished. Men want a woman for sex plus. Like if you want all men want women for sex, but then there'd be that some that they want to marry.
Oh, yeah.
You know, make the main. It's more than that.
Companionship, all that good shit.
But sex gonna be, number one at the top of the list that they want. So and a lot of times if you're talking to a guy, he's probably talking to other women. So give him the ass as soon as possible.
Speaking of that, I don't know why people, that's another thing. That's a stereotype. We got to get that. Let's make normal. If I'm super and I'm great, give me the sex on the first date. Don't make me think.
Yeah.
Like for me, I've always thought about if I got the sex on the first date, that's how great I am. I never thought that's how loose she was. You know what I mean? I just thought I was a great guy because, women automatically know, they know the game. So that's how I thought about myself. But
honestly, I think if you're a person that had over 10 sexual partners, you shouldn't
in your whole life.
Yes, you shouldn't just ration out the pussy. Just give it
At that point.
Yeah, that's like saying you driving a car with 10 owners,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because women are big on the whole body count thing. They don't want to increase their body. I mean,
but they lie.
That was the past.
Right? But men is like, we don't care about body count.
Who knows their body count?
And who cares? What if you a dude really asking a woman for a body count?
No.
Listen,
You got a body count? He got his hand up. I was just wondering.
Oh, yeah.
By like what age though? Because there's some people who they'll have a body
They can rack up a count quick.
but all those relationships would have been at least for like 6, 7.
Can you explain to me how he knows all of this?
Relationships for a decent amount of time.
Okay. When it comes to body,
Can somebody explain to me how he knows all of this?
I don't know, but when it comes,
Okay, hold on, pause. Listen, bro. Kevin, you got to stop this. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it.
Why he got all this knowledge? I have no clue.
Is he doing research on relationships instead of being in one?
He might have a secret life, bro.
wow.
What is it?
He might have a secret life.
Somebody not telling us, man. Come on, it's a podcast.
How do you know all this stuff?
Just throw it out there.
Logic? Nah.
Oh, so you saying you're not even spitting facts?
Nah.
Why should we be listening to you? I ran on the assumption that you was doing research online. So the stuff.
Personal anecdotes from people I'm friends with who would tell me that they only start having sex when they're in relationships because it's not about the whole casual sex thing because it's giving up emotions, it's the physical attachment.
So
it's a bunch of other
the stuff you've been saying isn't even factual?
Nah.
Or
It's not factual.
you haven't even gotten a proper survey?
Yeah. Nah.
What, with 3 people? Nah, bro, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe it. He said dozens of people.
Yeah, dozens of people.
I get the whole body count thing though, but I don't think women really, I don't think men, I ain't gonna say women, I don't think men too much care about that. Only time I think men care about body count is when the body count is in the close
In a circle. Yeah.
Like when you done slept with 7 of my homeboys, then
Yeah.
god dang, that not a body count means something.
Also, the body count only is relevant if it's within a said circle.
Said circle.
Yeah.
Because outside of that, because quite frankly, like I said, if you go to a different state, anything, like who cares? Like, you know what I mean? I think I'm
Actually,
I don't think about. Well, we already discussed that. in the
Because
past.
if you think about it, if you do move to somewhere like Cincinnati, your body count now is 0.
yeah, because I was about to say that. In certain situations, your body count expires. After like 7 to 10 years, it starts over. So whatever you've done in your 20s, it's gone.
Right. Especially if you move to another state.
Yeah, it's like credit, and you move to another state, you're a virgin again.
Because nobody knows you.
Exactly.
That far.
You are fresh meat.
Yeah, I wouldn't say virgin, but
I wouldn't
yeah.
quite go far as saying it's virgin.
You are. You are. Like, what have you did in that state?
Right.
Okay, you're a virgin.
A
in that
virgin
state.
to that state, bro. You're
Gotcha.
not a virgin.
You are to everybody there, all the locals.
I mean, maybe a guy could pull that off.
They gonna
I don't
jump
know
on
women
you.
could pull that off.
They're going to jump on you.
No, guys
Women
can't pull
can-
that off. Well, you
guys
can't.
can pull
A
it
guy can't move to another state and be like, I'm a virgin.
No,
I
you're
don't
not.
think.
Yeah,
I don't
you
think.
can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Is that
you
still
can.
a stigma though?
Nah.
Because girls even want to have sex with virgins?
Nah.
So you're going to be a 40-year-old virgin?
Nah, they don't want that.
I'm saying, do girls? I'm saying like,
There's
would you-
40-year-old virgins.
it's
I'm
40
sure there are.
But would you tell somebody like, dude? I'm saying, do women really want to have sex with a virgin?
Nah.
I don't think so. Not in this day and age. Not at our age.
Nah, they want somebody who experienced.
Matter of fact, I don't even know at any young age is like his age. I don't think a girl would want a virgin.
Nah, they want somebody who experienced.
That wants a virgin?
They want somebody who can make
His
them
small
come.
group of people.
Yeah.
Let's not go down that road.
I had a bunch of YouTubers at my high school, and they would ask questions like that while I'd be walking by. Would you have sex with a virgin? Some girls would say yes, other girls would say no.
And you believe them?
This is high school, bro.
They were lying. They were lying.
But y'all,
Most of our county was known
Let me
for
tell you something. Let me tell you.
y'all
Let
really
me.
engaging in the.
Yeah, I know, right? What am I
with a
doing?
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Anyways,
I don't know what I was doing.
Eh,
He got me. He got me.
nah.
He got me. Yeah, I didn't ask you a question. I just said your age group.
But your age group is special, extremely.
Man, y'all talking to the man. But now, women want a man that is experienced. They don't want nobody that's a virgin. Because women like to be handled and women like to get theirs.
I'm about to say get there. So if
They
you're a
don't like
virgin,
teaching.
Yeah, no women want. That's what I said. Even like in high school age bracket or college age bracket, even young women especially don't want a virgin.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you're religious, that might be on the table.
Because if you don't know how to fuck or eat pussy, they going to talk about you to their homegirl.
The whole game plan has always been the group chat for positive stuff.
Nah.
Not being the group chat for the negative. That cat couldn't do nothing right.
Yes.
Mm.
You
I
know
ain't
that?
never seen him again.
Nope. But like he pulled on his pants. I thought he was sick.
It'll be one of those things where, oh, he's so lovable, but I don't know if I can, because the sex ain't great.
Yeah.
Like he got a job, all his
He
teeth,
got
but the sex.
Yeah, everything is accounted for. Good job, makes good money. He can hold down the household, but the sex is bad.
He don't even hit you.
That's enough.
And that's what
Apparently
Tyrone.
that's enough.
Well, that's enough for them to marry you, but that's where Tyrone come from on the weekends, and you like, hey, I gotta get back.
As a matter of fact, it's sometimes not enough. It all depends on who's settling and who's not. Because if there's a woman out there that's settling and she finally found that someone and the sex is bad, she don't know she's gonna find somebody in. So she settles and she'll accept the bad sex just because she wants to be in a relationship that bad.
Yeah.
But would a guy settle for bad sex?
Again, guys are susceptible to settling as well.
Yeah, guys are settling for bad sex. Think about it, guys settle for life.
Like it could be bad sex, but they've been alone for 20 years because they can't
I'm
find
settling
somebody.
for bad sex, bro.
But
It all depends on the type of dude. It could be a guy who's not very social or doesn't know how to get women, and he somehow stumbled upon a woman and got her. Sex is bad when he finally had it, but
And he don't know what bad sex is if you ain't had a lot of sex either, too.
exactly.
exactly.
True.
And what constitutes bad sex for a guy coming from a woman?
So you mean like from
Well,
a guy's perspective?
Yeah.
Instructions.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I
If
hate
a woman
direct
is
instructions.
direct instructions,
But if you don't,
complete turn off.
But if she doesn't know you,
That's fine. We talk about it afterwards. We're not talking about it during sex.
so
not ESPN.
if a woman says you have to guide me, that's a turn off. Like, let's say you guys are interacting and she's not.
If
doing
I
something-
say it to the woman, or if the
you're not
woman
gonna
says
say
it to
she
the
says it to you. Like you guys are interacting and it's like, well, just guide me, show me how to please you.
that's different. I'm not talking about me instructing her. I'm talking about her instructing me.
I can take instructions.
He asked what's
Yeah.
bad sex for a guy, and I said instruction. Like if you're having sex, if
To
you're
the
having
left,
sex and
to the
during-
right.
to the
Yeah.
left, to the
Straight
right,
up.
stop, slow down.
But
da-da-da.
that's
No.
But that's her knowing herself though.
Me personally, I would be more confident. But if for some reason it's not working and I'm not doing it right, it's a turn off.
What if she talking to you, be like deeper, and you giving her the whole thing? Like
I ain't got no more
Even
rope.
that, there you
Ain't got
go.
no more rope.
like,
Even that, bro. Like I would assume that you're more confident in your game, that you know what you're doing, especially at this
ways to
this
get
age.
instructions
woman
about
is
direction.
different,
You're
bro. Every
absolutely
woman is
right.
not- every
You're
woman is
absolutely
different.
right. So you do your thing, and you're supposed to be intuitive, bro. You're supposed to know when you're not pleasing a woman, bro.
Okay.
Like if you
what-
having sex with her and
All
she's
right.
not making any noise, bro, you're doing
Right.
something wrong.
So what do you do after that?
Huh? Like no noise?
nah, technically,
Not even a moan?
It all depends on what experience that woman had. Because
What do you
there's
mean?
there's people that do stuff with bats, like actual.
That wand they plug in the wall.
Yeah.
Ain't much you gonna be.
Again, you're not you're
Yeah.
not doing right
Have you heard
because
of
you don't got the
fisting?
right equipment for the
Have you heard of fisting?
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know
necess-
what
not
I'm
necessarily-
saying.
I ain't messing with them.
I get what you're saying, T. My thing is, I always tell people, is ways to instruct without being direct. Like, so for instance, if she knows her body,
That's what I'm saying.
and I'm going and I need to go deeper, she need to meet me that way, or when I do go deeper, get excited about that moment so I can keep doing that.
Yeah. Or maybe have her hand and kind of, force you in. Like, there's gestures she could probably make. Like, if you're thrusting in her, and she could probably put a hand behind you and kind of, just don't say left, right, up, down, A, B, start. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa.
Like,
exactly.
What's
bro?
that movie?
What you
More
doing?
Money. Remember the chick from More Money did that? She was in there telling her, "Oh, to the left. Okay. Oh, yep. I'm done."
Stop, don't step right there. I'm like, bro, what? Am I having sex too? Or
Yeah, it's just a one-way street.
That's exactly what it sounds. That's why it's a turnoff, because it almost sounds like it's a one-way street.
Or you can just choke her. Then that cut all that noise out.
Shit.
You said what?
Church said choker.
What?
I'm not sure how that would fix it all.
No,
Like
don't look at me.
Like you just said the whole fisting thing. Some women don't like the choking thing.
Nah,
bro.
don't look at me like no woman ever when y'all doing
I've
it.
heard
talking about choke me.
I've
Because
heard
it
about
happened-
those
happened to me.
young ladies.
So I'm doing my thing, and she was like, "Choke me." I'm like,
Yes.
a case popped in my head,
You've been choking a girl?
and I'm like, "How much this?"
You've been choking a girl?
Here we go.
Because you raised your hand while we're talking about choking. If you don't have a comment about the exact subject,
I mean, it was pertaining to what you were saying. I was just like Marlon go through this like whole choking spiel. But what it was what if the girl does require the Konami code to actually climax? It will still turn you off, even though that's what you need.
No, he said, but
There's
just go back to
ways-
saying you got to do it the right way.
there's ways to
Instruct.
give instructions is what I'm getting at.
That's all he was saying. There's ways. It's not that direct
There
stuff.
are people with communication issues who can't like.
And we don't work. We don't work.
It ain't gonna,
It don't
ain't gonna
work. It just don't work.
It ain't gonna work.
Some people don't mesh, and that's the type
It's
of people
cool.
that don't mesh.
And it's cool with that.
Yeah. Some people are cool with taking those instructions.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's like, a man should do his research. You should like all that stuff, the stuff that you need to do, the Konami code, that should be talked about way before you have sex. Because that's the type of, when you're getting to know somebody, you ask those questions.
What's your turn-ons? What's
What's
your
your turn on?
likes?
How do you what do you like during da-da-da?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
what's your
ask those
favorite
questions
position?
beforehand.
But then that goes back to what
Exactly.
we said now though. That's the dating process. Most people ain't dating right now, and they don't know how to talk. Don't know how to handle this.
Oh, you mean like
communication.
one night stands? Just
One night stand. Well, think about it, everything's on
meet somebody at the
on
bar.
swipe left, swipe right. You don't get a chance to ask those questions. You swipe. Oh, we made a connection. You want to link up tonight? Yeah, it's over.
Right.
But then that goes to a point of if you talk about sex to a woman before y'all even have sex, then that may turn her off.
Potentially. But again, like I said, that's why we talked about before. You got to know the kind of woman you're going after. Because if that's the kind of stuff that you want to talk about and she's a turnoff on that y'all ain't no jail. Because that means y'all ain't going to never talk about that kind
Right.
of stuff ever.
So what types of women would?
A grown-ass woman to talk about sex.
I like how you did that.
Right.
Yeah, a grown-ass woman.
Most
grown, goddammit.
most younger women are, I wouldn't say shy. I would think. I think that they just don't know how to approach that type of conversation. It's almost embarrassing,
Yeah. They don't want to say something crazy to you, or they don't want to say something that's out.
or look like a quote unquote hoe or something
Yeah.
like that.
You want to
So-
know? It's funny because women can ask us stuff before we have sex, but guys, it'll be a turnoff if they do. For instance, I was on a date, and I'm just talking to this woman, and we just talking about this random stuff. You know what she said? She just popped in and be like, "Do you eat ass?"
Wow.
Right, like out of the blue.
Yes.
It didn't. Y'all wasn't even talking about sex. It
No.
was just,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah. And then another one.
I guess. See, that's probably that's a example of where she wanted the conversation to go to begin with.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to talk about sex, but we talking about all this irrelevant stuff.
You
that
asking
was-
about the weather and whatnot. I don't care about the goddamn weather.
And this the first time I'm seeing this woman.
Yeah, you talking about the weather, bro. She don't care about the weather of the stock market. She want to know you eat booty.
Then another one,
What'd
first
you tell her?
time.
What'd you tell her?
Nigga say yeah. You got it. Yeah.
Oh man.
If it's season just
Anyhow.
right.
Anyhow. So it was another one. I'm on a date with
Great way to
her.
deflect the conversation, bro.
What? I'm trying to finish the story,
Oh,
man.
yeah, finish the story. The second one.
So then another one was like, I'm just talking to her, whatever. We at the bar, Next thing you know, only have sex with guys with a big dick.
Wait, what?
And that's very subjective because what do you consider big?
Exactly. Like you said, there's girls who like fisting.
Yeah, I was like, huh? He be catching me off guard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man.
And then how do you ask that question? Like,
Yeah, how do you ask that question?
So I be the weird asshole. Like, I'm gonna tickle you.
I guess you
That's my line back in
answer
the
the
days.
question with a question. Okay, what do you consider big?
Or you can say, let's go to the house right now.
That's
you
it. Let's find out.
See, I know me, my personality. I used to use that line back in the days. I'm just gonna tickle you. What? I used to lie on the opposite side. Oh, I got little dick,
like,
man. I
I'm
got
not
little
that-
dick.
yeah.
I ain't got no help.
To surprise them.
And then bam, oh shit.
To surprise them.
Let's go to the house. And
I gotta do my thug pizzle, you know.
But yeah, so it's different. Men can't really talk about that. No, a guy can't come up to a woman and be like, "How fat your pussy?" How they can't do that.
Hey, like that's a weird question. Do you get wet, or do you
Yeah.
get semi-wet?
Like, do you squirt?
Out of the little ranch.
But does a
And can you stay wet?
Yeah.
if she has a let's quote unquote fat vagina, does that mean that it's good?
No, it goes back to that whole ass thing though. It's a what you said, aesthetics. Like it just gives you.
Yeah, it really
it looks good.
It looks good and it
looks good.
It doesn't
for who, though?
necessarily
because
do-
at the end of the day, you don't want nobody that's always showing their pussy, right?
Oh no, what I'm saying for you, like some guys like that, seeing that little fat meat down there, they turn them on.
Right.
Just like a fat ass, right?
Yeah, it
Right.
turns you on. That's all.
So that's like, all right. Would you allow your girl or a significant other to walk around with these tight? Because
In the house.
right?
Yeah, going to stores like that showing camel toe.
tight what? Tight
Tight
underwear or
tights,
booty
just
shorts
tights.
or whatever?
Just
Yeah.
the camel
Yeah,
toe.
Or
just
tights
hot.
or
yeah, tights.
Cause
tights
you
in
know-
general?
Tights in general, because you know the reason why
I mean,
the
that's
reason
all
why the
women-
camel toes I like that is 9 out of 10 times they ain't got on no underwear.
I mean, 9 out of 10 times, that's all women wear anyway.
Yeah, tights.
Tights.
I know, right?
Nah.
But the wrestling suits.
I'm cool with the tights and everything. As long as you ain't
Yeah,
out there
I'm cool with
trying
the
to win.
tights.
The ones who be like, you
Jack
go to the
them
gym,
up.
they jack that thing, goddamn tight be right here.
Yeah, just so
Like,
they
nah,
can get
you
the
just-
so you can
come
see the
on.
cut and stuff. Like you doing
Like,
too
really?
much, bro.
See, women that go to the gym. Women that go to the gym. The ones that I can't take seriously are those and the ones that put on makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't take
why
one
are you in
yeah.
the gym with makeup on?
And then you get mad when somebody say, "Hey,
Right.
I'm in the gym to work out." No, you're not.
No, I look.
No, you're not.
But
You got your
You
rollers.
just walk
Well,
right
there-
past women like that.
There's the other side of that coin because it might not be necessarily they're doing that just because they're trying to look good at the gym. Is because they ain't got no face,
Nah, they trying to look good at the gym.
huh?
They trying to
No, I'm just saying, like without that makeup, they ain't got no eyebrows. They got no, you know what I'm saying?
But
No
potato head?
Yeah, no potato head, bro.
I know, but the thing is, they out there fishing. But if you ain't the right
I-
fish that come along, I'm trying to work out.
They throwing you back.
Then
Yeah.
if you are, she's yeah, can you help me squat?
I seen somebody, some girl on TikTok said something like that. She was in there for this do a last set on the bench press, and she was about to struggle. So big swole dude came over to spot her, and at first she was gonna say something, and he's kind of cute, and then she like, "You can spot me there." She didn't want no spot, but she just said it. But the good thing that happened though, he stood over, and sweat from his balls fell off.
Who goes to the gym without underwear?
Oh God.
I was like, yes.
I would have died.
Because she didn't want no
Underwear?
spot. She didn't want the spot at all, but she said it was cute. So that what happened. I'm like, yeah.
What guy goes to the gym without underwear,
I
bro?
don't know.
Who sweats that hard in the gym?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you can
work
sweat that
it, bro.
hard. If you
He
can
was
sweat
big
that
and
hard.
swole. So
You can sweat that hard in the gym.
Yeah, if you on a treadmill.
No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Sweat through your shirt. It's understandable that
You sweat through your shirt, but you never
Nah.
see no sweat drip from the shirt
Yeah.
and droplets off the shirt, bro.
Yeah, you ain't wearing no drawers.
Yeah, he's not wearing no drawers. Dude.
You ain't wearing drawers.
But
Oh man.
but yeah, for sure though, all that like conversations and this all about remember that thing I told you before, like when we were talking about budgets for dates.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing for guys should do when you start dating, if the date went well, put a marble in the little thing. You know what I mean? Then make sure everything goes well. If you don't get no marbles in there,
Yeah.
that ain't the one you date.
put
most
the
of.
marble?
Yeah. So like say, for instance, you go on a date with a young lady, the first date went well, conversation was good, all that. Go home, put a marble in the jar. Go on the second date, keep on going. Let you know the more marbles you get, the more value she has for you. When you get a visual of it. Then every time
That's
you do
a-
something dumb, you just take a marble out.
That's assuming that the date went well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the date go well, if the date go well,
Like I'm saying, that's assuming you think the date went well, but it probably just went okay.
yeah. Well, that's your personal. That way you can stay in her, see if you want to keep dating that person.
All I'm saying is don't be spending money. Like women, okay. Your partner, I would say it like this. The person that you dating is either asset or liability. Now, once you keep spending money, it becomes a liability.
Whole time.
Now, that money that you wasted on somebody that's probably out smashing some other dude, you know, you could have invested in that, or you could have treated some other woman out.
Yeah, it was a whole thing about that a couple years ago. I heard that women take dates. They take dudes out. Well, they ask to be on dates so they can get fed for the day.
Mm.
Like they ain't eat the day, so they're going on a date just to get fed.
No, we ain't.
Wow.
Bro, there's some chicks out there that do that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, we go out today.
We're going to drink.
Take them out of
Yeah.
And if you don't you get tipsy and you don't get promiscuous, then I already know you don't like me like that.
And be careful with that there, because she gets tips and she do get promiscuous, boy. That's
Hey,
it's a Bill Cosby moment.
nah. Well, I guess.
they gonna blame it on the alcohol.
Well, that really can't be a Bill Cosby moment because I didn't put nothing in her drink.
No, but hey, now the whole story that came out about him. Remember, everybody was doing Quaaludes back then. He was just
That's
giving
fine.
drugs.
No, that's fine, but I didn't. No drugs came from me. It was just me, the bartender. If you want to blame anybody, blame that guy.
That's
Huh?
alleged.
Alleged? No,
I know what your truth is, but she could easily.
nah.
Say anything, but
Nah.
be careful out there. Be careful out there. Don't be giving out free dates, and don't get too promiscuous with them, the alcohol.
Always end the date semi-well, because another story could come out of how it really went.
It's always somebody else's
That
interpretation.
is true. I gotta be careful out there. I ain't trying to go to jail. Shit.
Interpretation is everything.
I gotta get some documentation.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you gotta-
Document.
Yeah,
I need you to go to the bartender or the waiter over every restaurant you go to. I need you to sign this just to sign off that this
Like,
date
what is
went
this?
the way it went, how you saw it.
and get her to sign an NDA. What is it? NDA.
Non-disclosure
I'm
agreement.
a notary, so I can notarize it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Get that NDA done.
But you do it right before y'all have intercourse when she's all like charged up and everything.
Yeah.
But like, you ready? It's like, yeah. Sign this first.
And you can have it on your phone, so you just.
Oh, you do a little fingerprint?
Yeah.
you can do all that signing stuff on your phone now.
Then she'd be like, damn, what you be doing?
I'm making sure I'm protected.
I'm just trying to cover my ass.
I'm making sure I'm protected.
But yeah, so I'm asking you a question. Since we on that subject about dating, just a little side one. Hope it don't go too long.
Mm-hmm.
If a woman tells you on the first date that she's celibate, what's your first thought process?
I mean, I think it's all depends on what you're looking for
Nah.
in a relationship.
I'm trying to figure out why you got to take a break.
Nah, yeah. Exactly. Like, were you too much of a hoe? And you had
Why? Obviously, that's going to be the question. Why are you celibate?
yeah.
That's the initial question. I think. Well, what you was asking is, what's your first thought?
Yeah, like what's your first thought?
Yeah, my first thought is like, I guess what I thought you was asking is, do you still pursue the relationship even though she's saying she's celibate?
Nah.
I think celibacy.
But
is just
I'm sure the
bullshit.
natural question after that is, well, why is that? Why are you taking a break?
Yeah.
And then the third one is, it ain't a question, is, well, that ain't gonna work with me.
That's a statement.
Yeah, that's a statement. That ain't gonna work because I need you to keep that same energy
I'm
you
like,
gave the dude before me.
How long you plan on being celibate?
I don't care
1
till
week?
I get married.
Couple days?
She want marriage.
Huh?
She want marriage.
You should have thought about that before you.
If it's celibate till marriage?
That's typically
Nah,
what they do.
that's not
They
gonna work.
want when
That
they
probably
say
ain't gonna
they're celibate, they want marriage.
Yeah.
They want to settle down. They're looking for
Some women
See-
take a break.
I can see taking a break. My thing is, I don't know why we would label it. Like for me, I would say I'll probably get him. Like he said the first part, like why. Then my other thing is like, why you even telling me that? Like if you don't want to have sex, don't have sex.
Yeah.
right.
And then let me make my decision from there. But the fact that you just threw it out there,
You
like
just threw out it's not happening.
it's not happening.
Because
That-
you could simply say, "I'm not having sex right now."
yeah, anything like when the date go well, I'm like, you want to come at the house? No, I'm good. Okay. Date go well again. You want to come back to the house? No, I'm good. All right.
But
I see where this
then,
going.
now you are you meeting your quota?
Yeah.
No, and then that's when I cut off. And then that's her decision. I made my decision based off her actions.
So would you communicate that?
Oh, I don't know like that. I don't think this date gonna go much further. I don't think we're gonna date much more than this. I think we're pretty much done.
So it'd be like, hey, we could be cool and all, but
We can be friends if you want to do that. But I'm good with the dating part.
I'm not the break guy.
Yeah.
Celibacy.
Do the break guy after me.
yeah, sir.
The celibacy thing, most of the time, is related to religious reasons. That's why I asked the lady celibate.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
You know, I'm doing it for a religious thing.
Some people do it for religion. They just use it as a cover up.
Yeah,
But,
some people just using the word wrong, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's for religious purposes.
But a lot of people, when they are doing it, it could be for other purposes, but most people do it for religious reasons.
You don't know that, sir.
That's what Google said. See, that's his research.
Oh, he actually did research this time?
On Google.
yeah.
Oh, I thought he was just...
So people
Typically for religious reasons.
I know
so
it's
people
definitely.
abstain from sex because someone in the church told them that it wasn't, or the Bible.
Yeah, the Bible told them
the
that
Bible
having
told them
sex.
that
It's
having
soul
sex or
ties and all that kind of
fornicating,
stuff. Yeah.
you know, has soul ties. So they're saying, okay, I'm not going to have sex, even though they've already had soul ties. Probably had a couple of babies out of these soul ties.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've already
I wish
had
they
kids
would.
out of these soul ties, you've already you're that's it.
Is it?
No,
So
well,
why are you abstaining?
because they might not have known the Bible. They might not have known the Bible
I
like
don't
that
care.
to know
Don't know
what
it now.
They just
not
use
to
it.
do. or
They
what
use
to
it as
do.
a cop out. That's all they doing.
They might have known the Bible.
Yeah, might not have known
Yeah,
the Bible.
'cause the
Like they
truth-
haven't done the research in Bible. Like they haven't read the Bible. They haven't, reading the scriptures to know. And while reading the Bible, you the Bible says, and then they follow.
Well, I get that concept.
But which version of the Bible? Because there's hundreds of versions of the Bible.
Nah, every version of the Bible, because the truth be told,
most were like you say, I guess Bible, but not. You're looking at
Let's listen to Pastor Deacon.
to Deacon.
Deacon
To
Hill.
Deacon Hill.
Deacon Hill, yeah.
Because
Well,
remember, he was in the church.
Yeah, all the Bibles say that you're supposed to abstain from sex before marriage. But the whole point is that the word marriage, because that goes into the next topic, should you get married? The whole thing about marriage, there's nowhere in the Bible that actually had a man and a woman stand in front of a pastor and exchange rings and all that kind of. The whole definition of marriage is having sex. Once you have sex, you're legally in God's eyes married.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes. Legally, you married in God's eyes. The moment you have sex,
Technically,
you're married.
I mean, not technically, but a lot of people feel that marriage is a business.
It is. It's 100% of business. Once you get the state involved in your life. That's why that's what the whole point of the marriage. You get state, government involved, so y'all can merge together into a corporation to take over the world, however you want to do it. But the whole thing that women got, I'm gonna say women and most people in our communities, we blame marriage on. We got this whole facade about what a marriage really is. It has nothing to do with the sexual aspects of life and all that kind of stuff. It's supposed to be you bring your great part, I bring my great part, we merge this business together, and we do what we got to do.
So, do you believe in it?
At right now, like I said, I told my kids the same thing. I don't condone them getting married
Yeah.
unless they have a significant other that's bringing something that's gonna make them better. You have to have a business. You're not gonna see Amazon buy Eckers. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna help their company. Eckers, they have a business. I just use them on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not bringing their business up. Now I told if you be careful who you have sex with though, because like I said, in God's eyes, you're married. I don't know if y'all know that about the Bible. When God was talking to a lady, the little prostitute, she was like, "I don't have a husband." And he was like, "No, you have many husbands."
Nah.
Oh my!
That's when they were throwing stones. They were gonna throw stones at him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you have many husbands. And he was like, "What you mean? Like, yeah, you sleep with all these dudes out here. You got a bunch of them." So, but the whole thing about marriage, if you actually gonna go down to the courthouse or do all that kind of stuff, get paperwork drawn, you have to make sure that person
Got something.
got something that's gonna. That's why I said the question that people don't ask. I need to know your credit score. I need to know your debt to income ratio.
Mm-hmm.
All that, because when you get married, all that becomes yours.
Right.
Yeah.
Student loans,
And
mortgages,
and not for nothing.
foreclosures.
You also want to know what that person like. Where does that person want to be within the next 5
5 years. Yeah, 5. You got to have those plans. I think that's me personally. I think because I am married, I've had these thought processes. We got to really start having those conversations every 5 to 10 years. What's your plan in the next 5 years? Because this marriage, for us to keep working.
Even as a married person,
Yeah.
you need to sit down with your spouse or your significant other. Okay, so what's your plan in the next few years?
All right, what's the end goal?
Well, I was thinking about this. Thinking about it.
And it can't be just the same BS. Oh, I just want to travel some more. So how you plan on getting that? What's the plan?
Yeah, on whose dime?
On your dime.
Oh, you- bro, I'm saying, bro, you know the men who, like, if you pass, like, the thing about my grandfather, when he passed away, his money was enough for my grandmother to keep on living. But if he would have lived as long as my grandmother lived, could they sustain off of just his income, his Social Security? Because at some point you got to stop working.
Right.
So these are things that, like saying, when you get married and stuff like that, people like, you know what I mean, like especially like Marlon, you in your age, you start dating a chick and she ain't got no 401k and she has no pension or nothing. That means when y'all retire, you take care of the family.
Right.
That's not happening. That's what I look for.
And you only been saving for you for the last couple of years. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn. Now I got to double up on the savings?
Yeah.
So you need somebody who has equal equity as you.
Exactly.
I need somebody that can take care of themselves, and then they have a retirement. Because because my retirement is just for me. I'm planning for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Buying my boat.
Think about it. Who if you're a single good dude, who sit there like, no way, I'm gonna put I put 15% of my check away. I'm gonna put 30%. Because I know the chick I'm dating, she ain't, man, no, I'm straight.
Hell no.
Yeah, they better get
15%
that guy.
is enough. 20%, whatever you want to put away for yourself is enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to double up because the chick, you know what I mean, she want to be a dancer, and now she done turned into this, and she done switched professions 16 times, and she got 8-10 years of student loan debt, like all that kind of stuff. So that's why marriage, we need to talk about it in the aspect of forget about feelings, forget about all that emotional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the business gonna look like?
Right. So, for instance, if you were telling your son on what a woman should have before, if you considering marrying him, what would it be?
All right.
401k.
401k, a pension. If she has a job, if she has a state job that has a pension or something like that, and some kind of 401k, some kind of savings account.
Some type of retirement.
Some kind of retirement plan. And also, she needs to have a portfolio. Meaning like either real estate, something. She has to have something bringing in other revenues.
In a like the goals to set or
and ambition.
something to be working. Yeah. Something to be working on.
Working on ambition, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I would tell my son in years too, based on his age. So like right now he's 20. The chick you talking to right now, what's her plan? Like is she in college, all that kind of stuff? After 25, she should be out of school by that time, or at least close to the end of school. What's her plan?
Depending on what she, because she could be pursuing her master's.
A master's, if that's what she's doing. So what's your game plan for these student loans that you done racked up?
Your debt.
What's your debt plan? Are you paying on that now? Are you waiting to get a job? What kind of job you plan on getting? And then do that kind of stuff. Because I'm not paying. I told all my kids, I'm not paying for no wedding.
And your credit.
Oh yeah.
So what should a woman's credit be?
It got to be equal or greater.
Because remember,
Can't be 100
told
points
y'all.
less.
I told y'all you gotta look at a woman's credit score.
Yeah, it got to be
told y'all.
equal or greater.
That just goes back to the debt ratio you're talking about.
Income, yeah.
The income ratio you're talking about. That's what the credit score basically
Yeah,
tells
basically
you.
gonna tell me.
Yeah.
But it has to be greater or equal. It can't be less than.
And guys don't talk about that. They see a woman, she look good. Oh, I love you.
That's all that matters.
And the next thing you know, they get blindsided by all this stuff.
Well, because that's the way society built us to think about love in a romanticized way. We don't think about it in a logical way no more. And that's the thing, like most men are logical creatures, you know what I mean? But when we come to love, we throw logic out the window. You see a dude riding like, damn, dog, you really?
Yeah.
Like he riding around on the city bus, but she got the Benz.
Right.
Like you just threw logic all out the window, huh? The same thing with weddings and all that kind of. So we just gonna spend all this here? Like I told them, I'd rather get my kids a down payment on a house before I pay for a wedding. If you're gonna pay for a wedding, y'all do you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you an asset. So once this wedding, if this marriage do fail, both y'all can leave with something.
True.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Any jokes?
Oh, joke of the day.
Nah, I'm feeling a little sluggish today. You got something?
I thought
You
you
like
had
you had
something.
something.
Nah. I told mine already. Told mine last time.
Yep.
I wouldn't even. That's how sluggish. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Well,
I
think
usually
about
have
that.
them lined up. I have 2 next week.
All right, 2.
I have 2
Set it
next
up.
week.
So because you ain't have one today, you gonna have 2 next week.
Yeah.
Slide through podcast. We over. Till next time.